All right, guys. So now we're going to talk about risk management and what it looks like. So this right here, I told you guys that I put my trades in. These are last night's trades right here. And I wanted to put it in this format so you could see that there is risk management here. And what I did was I took trades on, I think it was these top two. Let me check my trades real quick because let's see. All right, so the first two was gold. I took those two based off of only meeting one of my rules. So I knew when I got into that trade, the moment I got into it, probably gonna fucking lose this trade because I didn't make sure that all seven of my rules were met. So instantly I said, fuck it, I'm marrying the trade because I already made the decision. I'm marrying it. Whatever happens, happens. So I left it in, had a tight stop loss because I wasn't really far from a peak. And I was using the peak as my stop loss because if it was going to pass that peak, then I know for sure that it's not going where I think it's going to go. So I went ahead and I took it and took the risk. But that was something I should not have done. I should have waited till I was at my trade desk, which I was in front of the computer and I was on the trading screen. I just didn't do an analysis. I just went, "Hey, look, one of my rules were met. Boom, let's do it." And that was stupid of me. And these are things that no matter how many years you've been trading, it takes time to work these impulses out of you. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to I'm 8 years in and I still have impulses because I'm stubborn as fuck. And I know I'm not the only one. A bunch of you listening to this shit are too. I can't tell you how many times you probably beat your head against the wall. Why did you do this, dumbass? Talking to yourself because you knew better. I've done the same thing. And as you can see, I did it yesterday. All right. So then the next trade was a win, and that was for GBP USD. And that one was a pullback because I knew that the market was going to pull back into my zone before it went back up. So I went ahead and took a sell. But the thing is that that's another no no. Even though I won that, you see how little I got on that? It was because I was counter trend trading. The market was obviously going up, and the thing is when you try to trade a pullback, you don't know how far it's going to pull back. It could go into the zone you think it's going to go into, or it could just take the fuck off right there. You don't know. So when you take that trade on a pullback, expecting it to go into your zone, you're taking a risk. So again, the first three trades, those were no-nos. But AUD NZD, that one I did every part of my analysis. Every piece of it was there that I was looking for. It just was not going to continue going the direction that I thought it was going to. It was invalid on direction, and that happens. So, had I not taken the first three trades that were completely not with my trading checklist because I wasn't sitting in front of my checklist, checking it off, knowing exactly, okay, this is met, this is met, this is met, I could have saved myself from three losses yesterday and only had two, and the rest be wins. But if you look, trade 6, which was Euro GBP, and trade 7 was also Euro GBP. What I did with that, and what I always do, is I took one trade, which was the $16.72, no, the 37.37 was, I think, the initial or the second. I can't remember. Hold on, let me look. Yes. Okay. So the first trade that I took was instantly when I had the analysis and was like, okay, it's going to go this way. And then it didn't. It had to go into the pullback area. So I had to wait for it to go into there. And when it got into there, I took another one. So the 37.37 was at the pullback area, and the 16.72 was just taking the trade just in case it didn't pull back. And this is what I continue to do. So trade 8 was Euro USD. And I just lost the trades because, oh, it's a new day. Okay. Euro USD 59.90 and 97.90. Both of those were taken with the same strategy. So And same thing with trade 10 and 11, which was Euro Chief. So all of these, a bunch of alerts coming in, all of these were taken with proper analysis. So what do you see here? Do you see wins? Do you see losses? Or do you see risk management? The old me, and probably some of you right now, would have been like, man, these losses, because red. Oh, I don't want to see red. I hate seeing red. Get red out of your head. Get blue out of your head and just look at the numbers. And okay, yes, it was a loss, but it wasn't. It was a refinement. It was a view into myself and my behavior. Because right now, as I'm talking to you, I can tell you exactly what went wrong in these three trades. Can you tell someone what you did wrong in your trades? You got to be able to do that, because if you can't do that, you can't say what went right. And you want to know what goes right, because just years ago, I didn't have this. I wasn't able to consistently do this. I would have a couple wins and then a fuck ton of losses. And then the loss, I would be like, man, I lost again and I lost again. And then I would just get so tired and I'd start a new demo. And be like, I've already lost $50,000. I'm just starting over. Because if I have a new account, then my mindset will be better and I'll do better. And that was a whole bunch of fucking bullshit that I was telling myself. It was utter insanity to even believe that that was going to get me where I was trying to go. And so I finally got to a point where I was like, I am going to treat this like a live account and I'm going to manage my risk. And the first time I did that and started really refining it, I made $40,000 in profit instead of losing $50,000. So this is what you want to see in everything that you're doing is risk management. As long as you come out on top. And what I do is like, okay, so these trades right here, these are 4 different trades, even though there's 2, 4, 6, 8 positions. It's 4 trades. So 4 different markets, 4 pairs. And on all 4 of these, I did everything I was supposed to do for my rules. Had I not been stupid here, I would have only had this one loss, like I said. And you can see, even with the stupidity that went on up here, knowing better and not doing better, I still came out on top. Why is that? Because I followed all of my rules. I analyzed all my charts. I confirmed everything. And then I married my decision and I went the fuck away. And I forgot. And I'm going to tell you now, I forget that the market exists more times a day than anybody I know. And I like that, because I used to be the person that would stare at the chart and just wish and hope and pray that it was going to go the direction that I thought it was going to go, because I had no structure and I had no data, so I couldn't refine anything without the data. So anyway, this is what risk management looks like. This is how it should look for you. Take lessons from my stupidity here. Don't do that. This is what it looks like. This is how it's going to look right here if you are doing it just because it looks like it's going to go the direction you feel it's going to go. Fuck that. Follow your rules, collect your data, see what happens, and you will start to notice that this right here starts changing. You'll go from a lot of loss and a little bit of wins to a lot of wins and a little bit of loss. And like I said, you can lose, you can end every week of the rest of your life in trading with loss and still be in profit. None of that matters. All right. So anyway, I'm going to see you in the next video, guys.